Hey, so manifestation, am I right? Do you feel like it is you creating something out of thin air into your world? Or do you feel more like you are shifting into a reality where it already exists? This is a question that is being, I don't know. I don't know if it's being asked in the community, but I see it asked in the community and I see people align themselves with different areas of it. And as I've been exploring manifestation on a deeper level this year and coming to understand it more and more, what I have truly felt is that you are aligning yourself to a certain reality, almost like there's a split and it's like a choose your own adventure. Do you want to go this path or do you want to go this path? And there have been times in my life this year where I've come to a crossroads of sorts where something will happen, some sort of event will occur in the 3D, right? And I will feel that I can act or think or believe a new story, or I can repeat an old story, and I can feel within me that both exist, and whichever one I choose will be the real one, and whichever one I don't choose will fall away, like die off, like it won't exist anymore. And so I've been trying to understand, because as I've gone deeper and deeper into manifestation, I've set goals that mean more and more to me, right? Like they're more important to me. And I am working to align myself with these very deep desires I have. And I can, it's difficult. Like just because I'm out here coaching people and I have a really great perspective on other people and I can see their situation very clearly, I am still my own person with my own blind spots, my own limiting beliefs, my own subconscious thoughts, my own wounding that takes time to heal, right? So we're not over here just like breezing through things. I don't know any coach that really is. Well, actually I feel like there's one that kind of is, but I aspire to be like her one day. I think she has a really great self-concept and she's worked on it a lot longer than I've worked on mine, and that's the key right there. So moving on though, it's feeling more and more like I needed to really understand the mechanics of manifestation so that I could fully believe in my power to manifest these like top shelf items, so to speak, because obviously I have a lot of like fears and limits around them, blocks around them. So I just kind of needed like extra oomph. I really like to study and understand the mechanics of something so that I can understand how to utilize it properly. So I'm over here trying all these manifestation techniques and I would get frustrated because I don't know if I'm really doing the right thing, quote unquote. Like I don't know if I'm committing myself to the right type of process. And that was the key. So once I started wanting clarity on this, like observation, my theory, I saw a YouTube video by Naya talking about quantum realities and how we're really just shifting into different realities. And she even included like a picture of like all these branches of different realities and how you're aligning based on probability, making things easier, so that anything is possible, but that the probability of things means that it's like more intricate to navigate to get there. It might be more difficult or more work, which is where we get our limiting beliefs from, right? And all of our possibilities are mapped out based on our belief system. So, and it's constantly changing, right? So at least we're constantly changing. So what it came down to was commitment. Are you committing energetically to being fully the end result that you want, the end result? So if you're trying to manifest, like being the CEO at your job, do you have CEO energy? Are you committed to it? Or are you just doing it when you feel like it? Or you're just going to do it when it comes around? Because if you're not willing to commit yourself and truly energetically committing yourself, you're not going to come into alignment with it. Now, someone I had been studying was my father, who has always been very successful in his life and achieves every goal he sets out to do, but he's not a spiritual person, And when I've questioned him, I've like sat him down and interviewed him like, Dad, how are you so successful? And his answer was always just like, I just knew I would get it. I just knew what I wanted, and I knew what it would take to get there, and so I would get it. Now, him being like a masculine energy, his plan of action is to create a plan of action. So if he thinks I work hard for X amount of years and go to college for this, and then I get a job in this field, one day I'll get here. So he's mapped it out, and that's his belief system. And so he executed it, and he aligned himself into that. Whereas, in a feminine way, typically we try and do the work like energetically, and we see things from a different perspective, right? So I'm over here being like, no, like there's got to be tools he's doing, he's got to be, like how is he just committing to things, right? But I wasn't picking that up. I wasn't processing that. So it hit me the other day when I was watching this video that, oh my goodness, this is, how my father gets exactly what he wants every time, and it's nobody else's way. It is nobody else's way, and he just did it again. He defies, all odds, and he is so confident and comfortable in his process. It doesn't matter if, things are stressing my mother out. He is so confident in it. One second. My dog was trying to get my attention, but he's good. So I have been trying to figure out, okay, how does my dad do it, right? The key being commitment. So now that I understand the process of why energetically committing yourself aligns you to this reality in a way that makes more sense to me, I feel confident enough in my ability to manifest that way. I'm going to wrap this up because someone's been having a hard day here. So I just wanted to present this to you guys to see how you receive it and see how it feels for you. How does this sound? How does it feel within you? Because it feels so true for me that you just have to energetically commit to that. You can't waver. I know if you're, trying to manifest a relationship, you can't also be entertaining other people and saying that you really believe that this one relationship is the end all be all, because you're confusing yourself. You're aligning yourself with too many possibilities and probabilities. You're trying to shift into a reality where this one person is your partner, but you're also trying to pull yourself into one where you're still just dating other people, or maybe there's somebody else out there for you. And so it's you can't go down the branch to get to your specific person if you are also sitting there waiting to see if you should go down the other branch, because maybe it's not going to be this person and maybe I should go this way. Listen to your heart. Your soul will tell you which direction to go in and which one to pursue. And if you're just pursuing the end goal too, I think if you hold, faith for you to never really be pulled out of your highest timeline, then I think intervention will come in and sort of correct things naturally for you, and your desires will naturally shift. So I don't think you need to worry about sort of committing to the wrong person, because I've done that plenty of times energetically and always been delivered out of that in perfect timing and in perfect ways, and in ways that benefited me, helped me grow. Yeah. Let's see if I have any final thoughts here. I think I was going to talk a little bit about manifesting from the end and why it just really helps. Yes. Okay. So what I've observed and why I think it helps is because you could say that we're going to keep going with the whole relationship thing. So say that you want to explore in a relationship with a specific person, and you really want to be in a committed relationship, but then there's a part of you that's I'll take what I can get. Those are two separate branches. My cat's coming over here now to check on his brother. Those are two separate branches, and you have to commit to which one. But if you are going down the branch of let me just see what happens and it's going to be a non-committal thing, then you're going to start receiving that energy. And that's where we can kind of fixate on a story with our specific person that, well, this is the person they are. You need to focus on the end result, right? Because you will then align with that version of them. There's so many different versions out there. There's so many different possibilities. And I've heard coaches talk about, like your specific person, your ideal version of them is not the person you're interacting with. And like I understood it, but I didn't understand it with the clarity I have now. And what's really fascinating is I can look back even just through like pictures of me and my friends, and you can see the different versions of yourself. You can see the different versions of other people and which versions you were interacting with. There are subtle changes in our physicalities when it comes to these alternate timeline versions of us. And I don't know how to get into explaining that, but I'm pretty, check it out. If you open your eyes to it, I'm sure you'll see it. Or maybe you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that that's what I was picking up on. Because a lot of these things we already know, we just don't have the language to put them into, like, or the context for it. But we deep down, we know. So commit, energetically commit, believe in yourself, work on your self-concept. If you feel like you're not worthy of committing to your desired outcome, then you know what to work on. I think it actually guides our manifestation process a lot easier when we can say, this is what I have to commit myself to. And, now I have something to feel against, which I do have a meditation for this. But I'm just explaining it in a new way that is available on my website, but and a workbook that goes along with it too. So you can use it as like contrast, almost like a recipe. If you're trying to recreate a recipe, like say you're trying to recreate a smoothie, you can kind of taste to see like, oh, okay, mine needs more blueberries, mine needs more vanilla. I don't make smoothies. And then you can kind of check it energetically against the one that you're trying to align yourself with, and see where you need to work on your energy to bring yourself into alignment more. And my cat is now trying to also jump into my lap, so I am going to go love on my fur babies, and I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, I'd really love to hear your feedback. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? What are you working on at this moment? And what would you like to hear in the next video? Give it a like if you like it. Share it with your friends. If you're interested in coaching, one-on-one readings, all those services are down in my bio. I did open up quick card readings for under $10 on my Instagram, which is all linked on my website, but it'll all be down below. I think that's it. Okay, I will see you guys in the next video. Love you. Thanks for tuning in.